Welcome all computer science students. In this video we are going to explore the topic identifiers. In real life, identifiers are used to identify things. Likewise, in programming also we use identifiers to identify a variable or a function or any other entity of a program. There are certain rules to give a name to an identifier. First of all, an identifier name should begin with either an uppercase or a lowercase alphabet or underscore sign. That means the first character can be either alphabet, be it in the small or lowercase, be it in the uppercase or lowercase, or it can be underscore, and nothing else is permitted in place of first character except these things. Then the identifier can contain any of the alphabets from A to Z in a small letter, A to Z in uppercase letter, or 0 to 9, or underscore. Only special character which is permissible in the identifier is underscore. Next point says it can have any length. The variable name, identifier, the function name, or the any other entity name which you are giving a name can be of any length. And next point says it should not be a keyword or preserver. That means we cannot use the keyword as an identifier. Let's understand it practically. If I am saying A equals to 12, that means A is an identifier and it is referring to the location where 12 is stored. So now it is okay because it's a valid identifier. But instead of A, if I say 1A is equal to 12, then it will create error. Why? Because we are not following the rule of creating an identifier. The rule says first character should either be the alphabet or underscore, but right now it's a digit, so it will create syntax error. Likewise, if I say @A equals to 12, because the only special character allowed is underscore, nothing else. And even in the first position, underscore and alphabet, that rule is broken. So though there are two rules broken in that case. Now if I say A 1 2 3 is equal to 12, there is no issue. First character is the alphabet, and the length of the variable name or identifier or a function name can be of any length. So right now it is okay. The identifier length is 4 characters, 4 letters. In this case, it's okay. If I say A @1 2 3 is equal to 12, you know it will create problem because @ is not allowed. So these are the rules which we are following to give the name to any identifier. When we are naming a variable, when we are naming a function or any other entity of a program, we will make sure that first character can be an alphabet or underscore. The whole identifier length, there is no limitation, but it cannot be a keyword, and the only permissible characters are alphabets either in uppercase or in lowercase, 0 to 9 digit, and underscore. That's it. Next topic is variables. A variable in a program is uniquely identified by a name, and variable in Python refers to an object, an item or element that is stored in the memory. Means whenever you are storing certain value gets stored in memory definitely, and variable in Python refers to this object which is containing some element in the memory. Value of a variable can be a string, means if you are going to put certain value in a variable, it can be a string, it can be a character, it can be list, actually it can be a string, or it can be a tuple. You know about the data types also, but from the basic if we see, it can contain any value. In Python, we can use an assignment statement to create new variables and assign specific values to them. So in the next example, what is happening? Gender is a variable to which we are assigning the string value m. Message is a variable, again we are assigning the string value keep smiling, and price is a variable in which we are assigning value 987.9. In the next program, a variable used is message, then we are printing this, and user number is the next variable which we are also printing using the print function in different manner. So if we understand this small program, hash is a comment in a programming. That means this line will not create any impact on the output of the program, but definitely it's given to give some certain hint about the nature of the program. Then second line is also single line comment. Next line says message is a variable containing the value keep smiling. Then print message says you want to print the value of a variable message. That's why in the output section you can notice it is printing keep smiling. Whenever we are using print function to print anything, after it goes for the end of the line, and by default line is end by the new line character. That means cursor goes to the next line. That's why whatever get printed next time will print on the next line. Next line of the program says user number, user no is equal to 101. That's okay. Then print function you are using, that means again the output part. Print function is 2 parameters right now. You want to print the string user number is, so that it get printed user number is. After that comma, so that means there is a separator between the next value user number, and that separator is space, and after that it is printing the value of user no which is 101, and this 101 is getting printed here. So you would have assumed the working of the print function also with this example, that print function simply prints the things on this output, and when you are saying message, it understands that message is a variable, so it is printing its value, while in the next example of print it is printing two things. First of all, the string which is mentioned in the single quote right now, user number is. After that, because of the comma, this by default separator is a space, so it has put one space, and user number is a variable, its value get displayed. User number is not in single quote or double quote, so it's a variable and its value get printed here. So far you should have the clarity of the two things, identifiers and variables. That's all for right now. Thank you all of you.